There is a life I lead in this city.
Well, hello. Looks like we still have a little bit of a lag, but it shouldn't be too bad. Welcome. Here's my current project. Hi, everybody. Alright, please let me know, since it's the first one, if something is off, like sound is off, or sometimes my camera likes to go black or freeze. Let me know. We'll fix things. There's going to be a couple of hiccups, I'm sure, but hopefully overall a good experience for you. I'm going to crack open, I've got my tea right now. And I apologize ahead of time if my voice goes out a little bit. I don't know if anybody else is struggling with allergies right now. Like, I was in the middle of teaching this afternoon, and I think I sneezed about 10 times in a row, and I think my head was about to pop off. Like, it was just like, I don't know. Like, the pollen count right now is insane. Hopefully it isn't where you are. But hello! Feel free to lurk if you are a lurker. If you feel like saying hi, I love to chat. There is also a portable air conditioner next to me. If the sound gets too terrible because of it, let me know. But it's also a really hot day. So, well, we'll do what we can. But welcome. It's fun to be live streaming again. It's been a little while. I used to stream on Twitch years ago. And I had to stop because of the pandemic. That's how long it's been. So it's been a few years. But I'm currently in the middle of this monster project here. It's probably the biggest painting I've worked on in a long time. It's 18 by 24. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. Excuse me. So we'll just keep working on it and see how things go. I'm going to spray down my watercolors, kind of warm them up a little bit. So I hope everybody's having a good day. Wherever you are in the world, maybe it's evening. Have a good evening. Hopefully you're not staying up too late where you are. Gotta get some sleep if you're on the other side of the world. Okay. And if you have any questions about what I'm using, I'm happy to answer those questions as well. I'm going to be using my Princeton Aqua Elite brushes. I love them. I had cheap brushes up until about maybe 6 months ago. I was like, it's not that big of a deal. And then I got nice brushes because I got like a gift certificate or something. And I was like, no, it is a big deal. It makes a huge difference. So, here we go. Now, I probably should get something under my hand here. On the zebra, I'll start working on that first. I'm using Schminka's Tundra Violet for all of the stripes right now. The plan is to use another darker blue for the white, and then to use white color pencil on top because this zebra is actually in shadow. The white isn't actually that bright like the white of the paper. So hopefully I don't get lost in the stripes. If I can manage that, I'll be very happy. Let's see. I'm gonna get a piece of tracing paper here to put under my hand. But hopefully everybody's having a good day. And we'll see how long my back allows me to work today. This is not the most ideal setup for like a large project. So I'll need to work on another setup for this. Like normally I would have an easel, but if I've set up an easel, the camera doesn't work in that setup, and gotta figure something out. Gotta do some troubleshooting, but this will be fine for now. Okay. And then the palette that I'm working from is going to be off to the side so you won't see, but this is my main palette that I'm working with. I've updated it since just a little bit, but if you want to know what's in here mainly, I do have another video. Or you can go to my Substack, and there are PDFs you can download of swatches of all the colors that I have in there, and the brands, if you're wondering what's in there. Okay. Now hopefully, yeah, that's not set yet. I have been using Tundra Violet so much that I actually had to just fill it a couple of days ago with some new paint. So it's still very wet. Okay, here we go. Oh, you know what I forgot to put up is my reference photo. I'm just all painting and I don't know where I'm going with this. Let me put that up for myself. This is the other thing I'm testing up, is like where I'm putting things on my monitors so I can see what I'm streaming and my references and all of that too, all the controls. So we'll just test everything out today. There it is. Put that up on the screen. For myself. You won't see it, but it's off to the side for me so I know what I'm painting. Okay. How do I want to do this? Oh, I know. Excuse me while I figure things out for the first time. I thank you for your patience. Okay. So it does connect to the eye. It's just itty bitty stripes. And there are ones that are in between as well. And I'm sure, I've already done it a couple of times, that I will mess up where things are supposed to go. But we'll just make up a couple of stripes. And that nobody's gonna know. Now I'm gonna get that meme stuck in my head. It's not one of my favorites. There we go. Now this was supposed to be a little bit closer to the eye. We'll just make this a little thicker to compensate for that. I love this color so much. I chose this one specifically because the time of day in the reference photo is clearly like sunset. So there's this golden hour, like, it's almost, I adjusted the colors a little bit. It's toward like an orangey red, almost a salmon color from the sunset that's like on some of the more lit areas of the zebra. And the Tundra Violet has like the same kind of undertone to it. I actually got a swatch here. So I was talking about it in another video, the last video. See if I can just stop knocking stuff over. So if I add more water to this color, you can see it's got this nice rust color coming out. So I'm going to work that a little bit, especially like in the hip area. There we go.
I'll let you go, just need some time.
And I'd love to know if you're actually working on something yourself. I don't know if you're having this on in the background while you're also doing something creative.
You'll never change your mind for something that matters to me.
If you are working on something and you want to share it, you can share pictures on my Substack.
Packed our bags, we'll be on our way.
It's all free. I don't have any subscriptions or anything set up right now
Night was
because it's
long as I
pretty much brand new.
decide on what matters.
Oh, see my camera went black right there. I'm gonna fix that. Just a moment.
What do you want? What's your biggest need? Every hour we spend together.
Okay.
And suddenly
Just refocus this and we'll be back in business.
the chances are small, just like the lottery.
I'm sorry about that. It has this power saver mode that I've turned off, but it still does that occasionally.
It's been 72 weeks in this town.
And it should not be overheating because I have some other things in place to keep it from overheating.
I'll see you again.
So, he's got a couple of things right here.
No matter what I got off the ground
There we are.
for something that matters
Where's that going?
Every hour we spend together, and suddenly the chances are small, just like the Lord.
Oh my goodness. Where's my phone? I hope that didn't scare you as much as it did me. But we get these emergency alerts here in California on our phones. As a missing person alert. So I'm so sorry if that scared you. It scared me too. I was like, what's going on with my stream? It took me like half a second. I was like, oh, it's my phone. Hopefully they find that person. I don't get them very often, but of course it would be during a live stream that I get a weird, scary alarm. That really did give me a jump. It's not cool. And there's no way to adjust the volume on that either. It just, no matter what setting my phone is on, it's always the loudest it could possibly be. Which I guess is part of the purpose if it's like a huge emergency. But yeah, we have that for the elderly and also children. If somebody goes missing, they put out an alert right away so that the public can help find them before they come to any harm. I'm not sure if they do that in other parts of the world. Actually, I'm not even sure if they do that outside of California. I just noticed that I've been using a different paint. It's really close to what I want to be using. It's also really close in color. So that is not that big of a deal. Go back to what I want to use. They're right next to each other, so. It's like, why does this look different? That's going to be one of the challenges of painting and talking at the same time. I'm just going to be making silly mistakes every now and then. That's okay. We'll just have lots of happy accidents during stream. It'll be fine. Another thing, if you want to comment, is maybe for future streams or videos, it could be a video too. If there are any like topics you want me to cover, maybe on painting process or I don't know, art things. Um, like we can have themed live streams or videos just on a certain topic with me painting and doing either like talking like this or doing a voiceover. So if you have topics that you would like to suggest, you can put them in the comments. Filling in these stripes is actually kind of nice because it feels like a coloring book almost. Oh goodness. You've got to be kidding me. This is gonna be like... I don't know if you can hear that outside. Not only is it really hot and I need my air conditioner on, and we had an emergency alert that scared the snot out of me. I did not know this, because this doesn't usually happen, but my neighbors have a yard worker working right under my window. So this is going to be the day of background noise, guys. So, enjoy. Get some weird... I can't even call it weird ASMR. That emergency alert was not ASMR. It was not relaxing. I did not get tingles. I'm sure a leaf blower... I don't know, maybe you like the sound of the leaf blowers. It's not my favorite. I can't hear it too much because I have headphones on. Like I'm using a headset with a microphone for this. But on your end, you might hear it a lot louder than me. Hopefully not. It's just, maybe we need to have a count. Like I have a subscriber count. I need to maybe have like a noise count of how many different noises we get on stream. My goodness. Or I can maybe have like a little check next to me here, and just do some tally marks. Okay, we're getting into the mane a little bit here. Let's see, can you see that? Maybe not, that might be just cut off a little bit. It won't be for very long. I need a certain brush for this. There it is. So I'm going to use this brush. You won't see it too much. I'm just going to flick the paint for like the texture of the mane, the ends of it. You'll see me do it on this side too. This is as far away as I can get my camera because this painting is so large. Some tiny stripes going on here. It also would be helpful to know if you like the format of this stream. Like just me just working on a project and talking. It should get a little more lively in here once people like know I'm actually streaming. And people come in to hang out and visit. Let's just make this thicker. That will make me happy. There we go. But I should have... Well, this painting is going to take me a little bit. But summer's coming up and I'll have some more time to stream. I think it will mainly be in the mornings, my time, because that allows people in the UK to join. Just as a first one, I had this afternoon free. I was like, oh, I'll just test it out. But I'm probably going to look at Sunday mornings at about maybe 10 o'clock Pacific, like 10 a.m. for these. I'm still going to be doing videos. Typically I do my recordings on Saturdays. I'm going to be trying some different video formats as well, as I will have more time to experiment during the summer. There we go. I think I'm going to let that dry. I'm not going to continue this direction. I'm tempted to start working on the white stripes over here and test that out. Otherwise I feel like I'm just going to drag my hand through this, and I don't want to do that. Now the way to avoid that is to be working left to right, but I always like to start with the face. I feel like I get more attached to it and more momentum with the project if I start with especially the eye or the mouth, depending on what kind of animal I'm working on. I should drink something. I can feel my throat going. I do not want to sound like an old man for you guys. That would not be pleasant to listen to. I'm sorry. Okay. No. I'm deciding on what color I want to do the stripes with, like the white ones. Because I did say before, I don't know if you missed it, some people have been coming in and out. Or maybe I can do a wash. But I want to do another blue and then put white color pencil over it for the texture. I'm going to put some texture on the black as well. But I want to start with the white. Did I just put that in wet paint? Let's be smarter about this. Okay. So we'll test out a couple. First one I'm testing out. This is on camera. This is Night Raspberry by Deep Deep Light. I really love that color. What other blues do I have? I think this is a Payne's Gray by Winsor & Newton. That's pretty, that might be a little too dark. And that's a little too leaning toward almost green. Is this a green? No. That might be a good choice. What is this? This might be Haze Blue. That looks like it. From Schminke. And then what's this one? That also could be a good one, but I don't... This one's truer to the reference image, but I think this is going to work well with the color palette that I have for the painting. I don't know if you can see, of course there's the leaf blower. Somebody's like, either that or mowing outside. I am so sorry. If it's really awful, I can turn off the sound until they're done. So if you would like me to do that, just put it in chat and I'll happily do that for you. They, as far as I know, usually don't do yard work at this time, so I don't know. Goodness, that's loud. I'm so sorry. What did I choose? That's right, Haze Blue, I think, is what I'm going to use. So let's do this thick one first. And of course we'll paint it and then let it dry. And then I can do the white on top. It's going to look real strange for a while, but it will get there. And I did do a test of this before, where I don't know where the test is. Because I didn't want to start on this really large, expensive piece of paper and like not like it and waste it. Ah, there it is. I kind of buried it. So, you can see here, here's where I painted and then put the color pencil on top. I tried a couple of things here too. This is pretty true to the shadow color that's in the reference, and I like the texture that's there. So that's how we're going to do the stripes, but I need to put the underpainting there first. And I think I'm going to adjust my camera just a little bit, just so I know it's not going to fall asleep on me. Hang on just a moment. Don't want that to happen again. we'll do this. We'll zoom in a little bit because I'll be just right in that face area for a while. There we go. There we go, and that's different enough that I feel pretty confident that I'm not going to mess up where I'm supposed to be using color pencil and where I'm supposed to leave it alone. Got a little too dark. There's my paper towels. Okay. There we go. And since this is cold pressed paper, it does have a texture, which really helps with the color pencil getting all that pigment onto the paper. If this was hot press, it'd be a little more difficult. Getting as much of the color pencil that I want onto the paper. I've tried other hot press papers, but I've not tried Arches, to be fair. I really do like cold press. So I didn't really have much of a reason to try it out. Although maybe someday, I don't know. If I go back to doing some graphite drawings, just for fun, just to do something different, I might do a hot pressed paper. It's easier to blend that way. I do miss doing graphite drawings, but I don't like how reflective it can be. And also, after painting, like, it just seems like it takes forever to do in comparison. Like, before I was pretty patient with it. I normally did pencil work up until about like 2018. And then I tried painting just to do something different, and it actually started with ink and really loved it, and I just haven't stopped. And then along the way discovered these granulating watercolors and haven't looked back yet. Okay, we'll do one more section here. Let it dry. And then I can start with the color pencil on top. That really is a nice blue. Okay. What do I want to do while it is drying? I could probably work on some of the color pencil work down here in the meantime. Probably need to zoom out for that. Let's do that. Okay. got a couple of different brands of pencil that I'm using for this. I've got Faber-Castell's Polychromos and my Caran d'Ache pencils as well. We're looking for my warmer colors for this part of it. Didn't get that wet, did I? No. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna put them on here so I don't mark things up accidentally. What else do I want to use? Look at this one. Got some darker pencils and maybe a gray. We'll start with those and see if we need anything else. Alright. And I do have a sharpener. There it is. It's a little handheld one from Derwent. So I have a mechanical one that I like, and it'll work for the Polychromos, but my Caran d'Ache pencils are too big, surprisingly. Okay, now this is the part where I'm not so sure if I'm happy with it or not. I think it's an interesting texture. Maybe I'll paint over that a bit. I think that the white is just too stark. Use some like gold ochre. Just to have a base color there. We'll let it dry and put some pencil on top. I might put a little French ochre in there too. I see some people popping in and out. If you're new, this is the first live stream, so welcome. We're basically testing things out today and seeing if all the equipment will work and all the settings for live streaming and anything. Yeah, everything. If you see something that is not quite right or something's really annoying with the audio, like, feel free to let me know so I can change it. But welcome. You're welcome to just kind of lurk in the background. If you don't want to chat, that's totally fine with me. If you'd like to say hi, I am watching chat, so welcome. Also just kind of testing out some different techniques with this picture too. There are a couple other things that I haven't tried before. One of them was masking fluid. That's how I have these things marked off. You can put a layer of this down and paint over it, and then when the paint's dry you can peel it off and you still have the white of the paper left to work with. So I'm trying that out, and what I've learned is I can't really get it terribly fine. I wanted some finer edges to it. That just kind of didn't happen, but it's okay. I'm not terribly thrilled with it right now, but this isn't worth just kind of tossing. Ugh, and the other thing too, if you just came in, got some yard workers that I was not expecting at all, doing some work right outside my window, so I apologize. Goodness. It really is like a mood kill, isn't it? I'm so sorry. Put some green in this as well. It's a little too thick. That's okay. Just add a little water. How dry is this? Can we do... That's almost to the point where I can work on top of it, so... Almost there. There we are. Mix some of this gold ochre back in. I'm not off camera, am I? I don't think so. I've done that occasionally where like I'll have it zoomed in and then decide like, oh, I'll work over on this part of it, and you wouldn't be able to see it, and I don't realize it for a while. Just making sure you can see what's going on, otherwise it would not be that exciting of a stream now, would it? Be more like a podcast of somebody painting, and that's just silly. Okay. I think at least in this area I can start working. So let's start with that. So I really want to know what this looks like. I've been like really curious. So let's take, should I take white? Or should I take like a really light blue? Let me look at my reference. Let's do a light blue to start. Why is this? Did that just pop up in the stream? Did I just drag and drop something into the stream? Hi! Hey, Dark Matter. Dark Matter, I can talk, I promise. Oh, good. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you couldn't hear the people painting. And now My computer has decided to do something really interesting on the stream, and I can't seem to fix it. Oh no, it's doing all sorts of things. I broke the stream. Okay, let me put things back. This is so silly. The overlays moved. Let's go with... You can see me actively, like, fixing this. It's feeling jazzy. I'm glad. I'm so glad. There we go. That needs to move back into place. Did I change the size of it too? Goodness. Yay for technology. Look what I did. Okay, let's move this right over here. Oh, I can see when I'm not paying attention to my desk right now that things are just blowing in the air conditioner. This is wild. Get back here. Okay, did I break anything else? Yes, it did. This... Wow, look at all the weird things that I did. This is so fun. So I've got like this overlay of a bunch of things. A bunch of stuff like essentially piled on top of each other. And now my parakeet is like, what's going on? She wants to join into the conversation. So that's Kiwi that you're hearing in the background. She's like, what is all this chaos? Oh, this is not quite moved where it needs to be. We'll move this back up. I moved everything around. Oh, not quite everything. Chop box looks okay. We're almost there. Okay. I think we're back at the point where most everything looks okay. Oh my gosh. Hey, Kiwi, Dark Matter says hi. Oh, thank you, Dark Matter. I've streamed before, but it was on Twitch. And like a long time ago, I streamed on YouTube, but they've changed the whole like user interface and all of that. Okay, this needs to go up. Oh man, this is great. And what is up in the corner? I don't even know. You get to see a little behind the scenes of like how to put together a live stream here. I think I moved the like notification box too, but that's okay. We can see what's going on. That also allowed some more of the painting to dry. Maybe I just did this to stall. It was all a plan. We'll go with that. It was just a clever, entertaining mishap. Oh my goodness. Okay. So yes, that is dry now. I'm gonna sharpen a pencil. I know I can do that. I can be successful at sharpening a pencil. check this out. I'm using Streamlabs because that is what I am familiar with. I have heard of StreamYard, but I haven't checked it out yet. I hear that it's good. I think most people that I know that have used it are educators. So I'll check it out eventually. I went with this for now because I had used it before. It may not seem like it based on the last like 5 to 10 minutes, but I have used it before. So I just went with something familiar just to start. Okay, are we ready for stripes? You ready? You ready for this? Stripes are gonna happen. I chose to do it this way so that there would be more of like a hair-like texture. They've got this like really short, especially around the muzzle, like short hair. Aren't those yard workers done yet? My goodness. And the goal with this also is to hopefully create like a sense of depth when you're looking at it. I'm not sure if you can see it too well in person, but I mean too well in person. You can see it in person. I'm not sure how well from a camera. But it does make a big difference having that texture. Should I zoom in? Let's do that. Let's take a trip closer to my zebra. Okay. We'll focus this here. Okay. I'm gonna get close and personal with the zebra. Okay. It's like, oh, hello there. I'm glad you're finding this amusing, Dark Matter. Thank you for chatting, by the way. It really does help. I've had a one-sided conversation, not complaining, but it's been me talking with myself for about an hour. So, this is great. This is amazing, even. And of course, if you're lurking, you are so welcome here. That was not a complaint. It's just a unique challenge. At least for me. Some people can talk, and they just have the gift, and they can just be so interesting for hours. And that's not typically me. Although that might just be me being insecure about myself, I don't know. I will eventually be interesting for hours. Let's use growth mindset. I'm gonna be a fascinating person, you just watch. So yeah, in this photo that I'm using as a reference, most of the zebra is in shadows, so the stripes are a bit blue. Or on the bluer end of things. Can I add white on top of that and the polychromos isn't showing too much. Let's try Caradosh. These are like two very different pencils. Polychromos is oil based. Caradosh is wax based. So this one tends to be a softer pencil. You can get a little more pigment on there, but it's also chunkier. You get a little more detail if you use the polychromos. That is the major difference that I've found between the two. So I don't really need high detail right now, and I need more pigment on there. So this is working a bit better. But I think if I really want something with the white, I need to start with that and then add darker on top. So, see, Dark Matter, I'm getting closer to being a fascinating person. I know things. Just wait. I am creeping toward fascinating. I tend to be a little on the sarcastic side sometimes too. Just a little bit. My husband says that I can be dramatic. I don't know what he's talking about. He's like right on the other side of the wall too. He's got his office on the other side of this wall, and he's still working right now because he works from home. And he's gonna be like, she's talking about me on stream. He's gonna bring it up later. He'll be like, stop listening to my stream. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to my friends online. I think you're doing great. Streaming is harder than it looks. It really is. Thank you so much. Oh, is he in here? No, he is not, as far as I know, in the chat room. Right now it says 2 viewers. I know you're here, and I know I'm on my own stream right now to monitor it, so it's just us. We're having a moment. And later when people rewatch, because they will, because I'm fascinating. I need to stop that. It's very tongue-in-cheek in here. But yeah, I think for right now, it's just us. Okay. Just trying to gain some momentum here. I wasn't expecting a lot of people to show up today because this is just brand new. And for a lot of people, it's kind of an awkward time of day. This probably won't be like the time I usually stream in the future. It'll probably be like Sunday mornings, Pacific time. And we'll see, like I'll try it for a little while, and if people like it, then great, and if not, I'll pivot to something else. But I kind of like visiting with people and getting some work done, and I don't know, maybe they get some stuff done too, I don't know. Oh, well, thank you so much. And we've got Leanna. Welcome in. I'm glad you find me funny. I find myself wildly awkward sometimes. But sometimes you can play off wildly awkward as funny, and I'm glad that it's pulling that direction. I need to sharpen this. I'm sharpening. There we go. I need to order a new white. This is getting to the point where it's going to start getting difficult. But hi, Leanna. How are you? How's your day? How's the week going? I'm glad you made it in. If you have any questions, let me know. But we're working on some stripes at the moment. I'm still undecided if I want to put some color pencil on top of the darker stripes. Part of me doesn't want to risk it. You know, I have a test paper too. And I think I tested this as well. Yeah, I do. I think if anything, if I put any color pencil on top, this is a little dark, but yeah, the white balance is like, that's too bright. So it's making all of this dark. But I do have a little bit of color pencil on top of this. It's like a rust color. There are a couple of places where there's some like sun highlights on the dark stripes. So I might add a little bit of that into it. I don't know if you can pick it up on camera or not, but in person, this is fantastic. Let's see. Do you have those pencil holders for when they get small? Yes. I enjoy your spelling of small. I haven't used that in a while. I have one. Now, the question is, do I know where it is? And the answer is no. I might need to get one. And then I'll lose that one, and so on and so forth, because that's my life. I'm fantastic. That's so good to hear. How are you all doing? I am good. Other than allergies have totally kicked my butt today. My 5th graders today, probably shouldn't say too much because of privacy reasons, but I was sneezing a lot during class today because allergies are just like, they're getting me. And I sneezed a good 7 or 10 times in a row, which I never do. And these were like hard sneezes. They were, like, for me, some pretty big sneezes. Because it was awful today. And I was like, I'm sorry, kids. I'll be okay, I promise. And one of them was like, are you sure? And I said, no, I'm not. I'm not sure, kids. You just keep drawing. I'll be over here trying to clean myself up. So that's... Other than that, it's been a pretty good day. And it's, of course, lovely just kind of sitting here relaxing and painting. I should drink something. I always forget that I've got some tea here. Oh, man. I really wish that this didn't have so much sugar in it, but it's good. I just have a Snapple. Not sponsored. Wouldn't it be wild if I was sponsored by something like Snapple? I mean, these days, it's not unheard of. Snapple, if you're out there. If you like what's going on, and you want to support it, I will gladly accept your tea and your money. My goodness. This is just silly. But I am liking how these stripes are coming out. I will be eventually looking at the reference to get, because right now it looks pretty flat. I'll look at the face structure and put in some shadows so the curves of the face will make a little more sense in a bit. Right now I'm just kind of putting in the texture. And let's see, how long have we been streaming? It's streaming about an hour and 15 minutes-ish. I'm not sure how long I want to go today. I probably would go until it's almost 5, really. Wow. Maybe until like 5:30. Because that'll be a 2-hour stream. I think that's good for like a test. So that'll be another 45 minutes-ish. Part of it, too, is I'm running a lot of equipment right now to do stream. And as soon as it gets to 5 o'clock, our energy bill goes crazy. Oh, thanks, Dark Matter. Oh, it's good. I'm assuming you're talking about allergies. I hope so. I did not sleep last night because allergies. And my husband was the same. He usually doesn't have problems with allergies. But last night was awful. Like, we both couldn't breathe very well because we're all stuffed up. It's hard to sleep like that. And then we couldn't open the doors or the windows to get some like cooler air from outside. We don't have air conditioning in the house. I've got like a little portable air conditioner next to me, but we don't have AC in the house. And we couldn't open the windows last night, so it was both like us dealing with allergies and it was really hot. So hopefully it's better tonight. Do I want to add... I feel like this didn't get dark enough. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I need to start painting the rest of this anyway. So I'll just make this part darker and keep going with this side. But I'll probably work left to right, because that would be smarter for me to do. And this top part is kind of in the sun anyways. That's a little bit brighter. So that is the plan. I just realized I pointed to stuff in other places that maybe you couldn't see. That was silly. So let's do this. And refocus. There we go. This camera also gave me a scare. It would not, like, now you're enjoying lovely, like, 1080p, like, focus and what am I looking for? What's the word? My recall's going, resolution. So, high definition resolution. A couple days ago, my camera decided it didn't want to do that anymore. And it took me almost all of Sunday to figure out why. And it was so silly. It was just one cable was kind of outdated because I had it since 2019. And so just replacing that one cable fixed the problem, and I'm so glad that all I had to pay was $10 instead of spending like $1,400 on a new camera and all that. Hey Laura, welcome in. That's a fun little emoji there. Let's see, here are Schminka paint gal. Yes. I do have other paints besides Schminka. It's just the last video that I did. I do love their paints though, my goodness. And they are crazy expensive. What was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna paint. Speaking of paint, I was gonna do that. The painting will happen now. My goodness. Okay, so I need, speaking of Schminka, I'm gonna be using their Haze Blue on the stripies here. So I'm using the Haze Blue on it and then putting Caran d'Ache White on top, so that this looks like kind of a shadowed area, but also gives it texture, like for hair. That's the plan anyway. Oh, this will be fun. We've got some longer hair up here. That's really thick. I need more water. Boop, boop, boop. Just realized I was doing sound effects. I do that when I get tired. The more tired that I am, the more sound effects I do. I get a little loopy at the end of the day. Why am I doing that? I need to go over here. Silly me. That way when I'm working, I don't drag my hand through it. That would not be smart. The amount of times where I've done stuff like that, my goodness. Okay, catch up with chat. That's awesome! Meant to say hour, that's okay. I'm just busting your chops. Thank you! This looks like a large piece. It is. It's 18 by 24 inches. It's taking over my whole desk. You know, I just ordered a bunch of unnecessary paints myself. Congratulations. I love Rosa Gallery watercolors. I have not used those, and I found a nice seller on Etsy. Nice. I have not tried those. I'm going to write the name down on my sketchbook because I have a problem. I'm just curious. I'm just paint curious. That's okay, right? There's a gallery. I cannot justify purchasing anymore. My goodness. I need to use up what I have. Ah! But I did invest in professional quality paints because obviously I'm like selling stuff. It's necessary. It's a business expense. But every now and then, like I'll get like a gift card or something from like a student. I don't know. I got a few last week because it was Teacher Appreciation Week. I actually used it to replace the ones that I have like gone through already, which was nice. But I like to find things that I can use in like sketchbooks and stuff, so that I'm not constantly using my expensive stuff. Although there is something to be said for using your good paints in a sketchbook because it gets you more familiar with them without wasting time on, I don't know, other things. Let me look here. They came out with their own granulating colors. It seems like that is the thing that's happening right now. Holbein did too, and those are like near impossible to pick up. At least the last time I looked into it. Are White Knights another one? Guys. Like, we're gonna create this love-hate relationship, aren't we? We're just gonna be a bunch of enablers. White Knights. Okay. If you guys could hear my husband sneeze on the other side of the wall just now, I'm gonna laugh. I will tell him too. My stream heard you sneeze. Let's see. Find them very similar, even though some people may not like that. I use them both together all the time. Okay. Okay, on Blick. I'm glad Blick kind of updated their name, because I order from Blick for work, and it was awkward using their old name on an order form for my school for people that don't know art supplies. White Knights are addictive. Lovely. Oh, great. But yeah, I know Holbein came out with granulating ones. I just saw that somebody posted a swatch video of that. Was it like Helen Cryer? I'll have to look. Because, you know, you have to. You have to look. I need to know. But I'm not as tempted by Holbein because they usually have those like really bright, vibrant colors, which they're beautiful. It's just not me. I'm dark and moody and angsty. I thought I would grow out of that when got out of my teenage years, but I never did. But I have a set of their watercolors. I have, of course, another video swatching those. They're beautiful and they're really like creamy. It's really different compared to the other watercolors that I have. And again, they're not bad. They're just not my thing. Schminke is really up there for me. There are certain Daniel Smith ones that are just amazing. I really like Daniel Smith's like earthy tones. They're really rich. I've got a bunch from, well, not a bunch. I've got a good amount of deep light watercolors now. And I would love to get more of those, but like I just can't justify the price of them. Which is saying something because I buy like Schminke as well. But I think for a set of 8, it's over $100 for like 8 half pans. But it's coming all the way from Latvia. And I'm really holding my breath now, like, for the, because I'm in the US, for the tariffs to go into effect. Because I don't know how that's going to affect the availability and the price of paint. So, I'm glad that I have what I have right now. And I'm hoping it doesn't get too out of hand. if and when those tariffs go into effect. We'll see how that goes. And I've seen like so many creators. They're like, we're going out of business because of this too. It's really sad. All right. Yeah, Blake. I tested the Holbein, but I prefer Schminke and Daniel Smith. Yeah, I do too. Like the opaque granulating. Yep, me too. I like having the option between having like this nice opaque coverage of the paper and watering it down and getting a nice wash. And I feel like with Holbein and a couple of others, they're just too light. You can't build the color very well. So, but that's like a different style of painting. And that paint, for like that lighter style, like more traditional watercolor, like it's beautiful. It's just, it's not what I do. But that's what that's for. If you're in the market for really nice cellulose paper, sketchbook that's budget friendly. Funto sketchbooks? Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna have a whole like page in my sketchbook of just brands to look at. Okay, Funto. The latest sketchbook that I got, which is super cute. I don't know. Let's see if I can find the brand name, but it's 100% cotton paper. Oh, this is no, this is not the latest one, but I think it's similar. This is my mixed media one that I'm working on. I've got a couple of videos with that one. That one's really cute. Where's the one that I just got? They're similar. I think this is it. You can see it's a very similar sketchbook. Oh yeah. This one I did during a live stream. I was in a live stream with Natasha Newton. And she does a couple of like streams where, you know, we work on different prompts and things like this. It has a little pocket in the back. So I guess that's the brand. Vian Rose. But, and it has a nice like texture to the cover as well. I want to pick up another one of those to do something close to like what I did last year for Arttober. Like maybe I'll have one where I do a lot of shorts or something like that for like summer. I also want to do Arttober again, but potentially do like make a zine out of it. But I probably won't put that in a sketchbook. I'll probably do like a little bit larger paintings, maybe like 8x8, so that I can actually like potentially sell them if I wanted to. So right now, I don't know, like selling is rough right now for artists. I'm not the only one. I have heard from a lot of people that just right now nobody's buying. But I hope a zine will spark some interest. I don't think I want to put any there. So we'll see. I'm trying to pivot a little bit and see what's going to work. It's also like my first year running a business. So it's not expecting all the cash to be rolling in. Exactly. I do have a commission coming up too, so that will be during the summer. That'll be nice to work on. Let's see. You have all sorts of good ideas, though. Hopefully the zine will be a good fit. Yeah, I haven't... No, that's not true. I've done a zine. It was just a long time ago. With the zine, I'm planning on doing it as a print on demand. So that I don't need to invest in a bunch of books and hope, you know, like cross my fingers that people buy them. The other part of it too is like shipping to other countries, especially in Europe, just isn't an option for me right now. And for a lot of sellers, like customs has gotten like extra hard to deal with. So this is kind of a workaround if people wanted a zine. They can get one and I don't have to deal with customs and shipping and all of that. So, like, I feel bad. There's, like, most of the people checking out my work, honestly, are not from the United States. I've looked and, like, there's so many other countries, and I was like, I'm sorry, I don't ship there right now. Because customs is just a nightmare. I think between that and figuring out sales tax, it's just like, ugh, why does it have to be so difficult? But it's been fun. How are we doing here? No, and some people have left some comments. It's very sweet. And I do see a couple of people subscribed, but my ticker is not working, so... Like the subscriber goal on there? Not working. Do you guys mind if I toy with that just a little bit? Let's see if there's another setting that I can try. Let's see if this would work. Let's just, I'm curious. We'll take, that needs to dry, this needs to dry anyways before I can work on it. So we'll do a little test. So we'll take that off. We'll put on what is called a widget. Now, I didn't put this one on before. Because I wasn't sure if this was for Twitch or for YouTube. Because you can subscribe, like, I don't know. It's different. Alright, just need to, excuse me, type in a couple of settings. It'll pop up very soon. Put the starting amount there. There we go. Oops.
There is a life I lead in this city.
There we go.
I can take what
That's better.
I get by. Doesn't make it easy. The other piece
Okay.
of my heart moves slow. Somewhere in the cradle.
We'll see if that
When I return
does anything
from the
differently.
afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole?
Alright, so ta-da. Alright. Let's go back to how's this going? That's still, can I start over here? That's still a little damp. I think we need to work down below here. Let's just zoom out. Okay, so these are dry. I can work on that. And I'm not sure if I like it or not. But as I add more layers to it, hopefully it'll look a little better. There we go. I probably should drink something. I can feel my voice kind of going a little bit. There we go. That feels a lot better. Let's try this. I think close up it doesn't look too good for me, but like seeing it on the camera, like a distance view, it is kind of interesting. I think I need something to soften it up. It's a little too sharp, so I might need to paint over it. Oh, thanks, Laura. It's just this is a little too in focus, I think. And this is a little more abstract, while this looks more like realism. And I think that's what's getting me. It's like I have two styles of painting within the same painting. And it doesn't look very unified yet. But we will get there. Or I'll just do it again. Which is fine. Sometimes that happens. Like, there's a painting of a rabbit that I have right now in my shop. And that is the second attempt at that painting. I had something similar like this happen with it, and I finished painting, but went at it with, like, let's try a lot of things. And see what I like and what I don't like. And then took that information to my next painting. And the second one turned out so much better. First one turned out real creepy. Talk about a creepy rabbit. My goodness. Do I have... Yes, this is what I want. Okay, I wonder... This is also really bright compared to the zebra. I might need to just tone it down. I'm using Arch's 100% cold press. 100% cotton cold press. And this is 18 by 24 inches. My parakeet Kiwi wants to tell you about it. She's gonna start getting louder because the sun is going down. which might force me to end stream in just a little bit. Well, we're getting near to the end of stream anyway. There's like a bright beam of sunlight that comes straight across my desk in the afternoon as the sun is going down, so like it'll get to the point where like the camera is just gonna weird out. You won't be able to see anything. Do I want to just paint over that right now, or do I want to add stuff first? I think I'll need to paint over it. I don't want it to get mucky though. I'm talking out, like thinking out loud now. I get the block. That way I don't need to tape it down. The sun just set over there. Probably like middle of the country or East Coast. I am California time, so got a couple more hours until the sun is fully set over here. I am tempted. Okay, if I do paint over these, let me look at the reference. Gotta make a decision here. What in the world? My computer to do something weird. Hang on just a moment. Just drag it over there. Yeah, it's a lot darker in the reference image. It's like that just makes more sense. Okay, we're gonna do some wild here. You ready? That's almost done. Drying. Do I want to use a dark blue or a dark green? That is the question. A dark blue. We're gonna swing for the fences here. And hope this looks okay. And if it doesn't, the world is not going to end. Need some thicker paint. There we go. So I'm going to do another like thick layer of like a thicker wash over most of this and leave some of it alone that are toward the front. Hopefully it'll balance things out a little bit. And I would probably not get that done in the time that we have left in the stream, but that's okay. I'll just pick it up again. I don't know, maybe Sunday. Depends how much, like, honestly, how much I can get done cleaning my house. Real talk. My house is gross. Yep, East Coast. I don't hear if you responded to my previous question, sorry. The white pencil you use, is that... Oh, it's a color pencil. It's Caran d'Ache. So I have two pencils here. I've got the Caran d'Ache Luminance. Yep, pencils. And Faber-Castell Polychromos. I have both sets. The Polychromos, if you want like a harder pencil and you're doing a lot of fine detail, like this is the kind of pencil that you want. It's oil based. And then if you want a softer pencil, like your lines are going to be chunkier, but it's a lot easier to get like a lot of thick pigment on there. You can see like here comes the sun right here. And this is a wax-based pencil. So yeah, we're getting the death ray over here coming in. It's creeping up. We can go a few more minutes because I'm working down here, but eventually it's going to get to the point where like my camera is just not going to be able to balance the light very well. Which is why I don't usually stream this late in the day. It's just the lighting it gets to be pretty awful. But Sunday mornings are lovely. It's also nice to kind of sleep in a little bit on a Sunday and then wake up and do some painting with some art pals. It's a nice way to end the week. So, if I do decide to stream on Sunday, I'll put a post up on my channel. I think too there's a way to do like events or something like that so that people get a notification. I'll play around with that and see what I can do. If I do, it'll probably be around 10 a.m. Pacific. Hopefully I can get enough housework done. I've had an awful time with my back recently. So it's like doing stuff like, well, any cleaning around the house really. I've had to do it in just like short little bursts and then take a break. It's getting better, it's just slow. Middle age problems. Yep, golden hour in the studio. It's creeping up at me. It's gonna get me eventually. We'll go like another 5 minutes or so. Probably be good to give my voice a break too. After talking all day. I had my older kids today, so it wasn't as intensive. I teach elementary, like 1st grade up to 5th grade. My little ones are a little more high maintenance. They're not as independent yet. They're very sweet though. And it's really fun teaching the younger group too because everything's so new to them. So everything's exciting. Let's see. I love watching lives. Oh, that's so great. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I wasn't sure. Like, I'm still kind of getting to know, like, the people that are watching my channel. And seeing what they're interested in. Like, I don't have enough of a following for, like, looking up metrics of, like, what you guys like to watch. And, like, other channels that you guys are watching. And what kind of content that you prefer. Like, once you get more of a following, YouTube is like, here's what they're watching. And, like, it doesn't tell me that yet. So it's a little hard to gauge what interests are out there, and I kind of just have to guess sometimes. But I'm going to be trying out some other content this summer and see if people like it. I'm just gonna paint over this. This whole section here. I think there's some parts here that still have masking fluid on it. I might need to pick off. Some of it just didn't want to get picked off the paper. It's stuck. But learning. There's a little bit right there too. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Once this dries, it's probably hard for you to see now that, you know, this is especially dark now because of this laser beam. But yeah. I'm glad that you think I have the patience of a saint. In reality, I don't. I'm just very, very clear what my expectations are in the classroom. I have a 4th grader myself, and I know he loves school. That's so great. 4th grade is a really sweet age. Love the feathered grasses. Thank you. I just realized I'm subscribed to your channel also. Nice. Oh, we have Wildflower. I'm so sorry I didn't see you come in. Hi. You kind of caught me toward the end here. We're kind of forced into ending. 1, because I need to get dinner. And 2, because it's sunset and this is what happens. I get the laser beam through, like, completely across my art desk. So we're just kind of hanging out for a few minutes and we'll end soon. But I'm glad you are here. And if you would like to be notified when we go live again, you can subscribe. I'll probably put something on, like, a post. And I think there's a capability of, like, setting a time for a live stream in the future, and you should, in theory, get a notification. But I don't know, since they put in, like, the ringing of the bell stuff for notifications, like, they're not always the most reliable, I've noticed. But I'll do my best. Let's see. What else is going on? Oh my goodness! The notification worked! Thank you for subscribing! Now we'll see if our counter updates eventually too, but thank you so much for subscribing. Thanks for supporting the channel. If you want to support it further, giving a like also helps. So great to spend some time with you while making my own art. Oh, great! What are you making, Leanna? Hope to see you all soon. I hope so too. But I'll update you guys as soon as I know. Yeah, Wildflower subscribed. Hopefully the delay isn't too long. I changed the bit rate, which is supposed to help with the lag between me saying something and you hearing it. I'll keep playing around with that. Hopefully we can get it down to a shorter time. So it's a woman with her spirit animal. Nice, an owl. Very cool. If you would like to share it, I do have an Instagram that's like pretty much brand new. I started from scratch. It's at AULORIA's art, so adding an S in between. The other place you can share your work, if you want to, it's optional, is I do have a new Substack as well. And there is a chat feature on Substack, and all of it's free. I don't have a subscription set up or anything right now on Substack. So I'd love to see it if you're willing to share. Yeah, there is a delay in me getting the message. Yeah, I think I shortened it from the last one. Like the test stream that I did last night. But yeah, I'll keep working with it. Am I hearing myself? Where am I hearing myself from? Because I wasn't before. Let's just shut this down and see if that helps. I think that's where it was coming from. But anyways, I think I need to get going now. We're gonna switch this over and watch this. The stream is ending. Oh yeah. But thank you guys for coming. It was so much fun visiting with you guys. And I hope I see you guys soon. Again, if you just popped in, if you want a notification for the next stream, you can always subscribe and set up the notification for like ringing the bell kind of a thing. Or you can look out for my posts. I do channel posts most of the time once a week. Most likely will be Sunday morning, about 10 a.m. Pacific time. That's what I'm looking at. And have a great evening or day wherever you are. And I will talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye-bye.